Hello and welcome to Stage 5 of Speedrush 5. We are driving for the Ferrari Daytona SP3. I'm starting with all Stage 1 upgrades today. That's $690,300 I've had them since the end of Stage 1. I put them on at the very end there. So we got to move through this really fast. Bots are going to drive in race formation for the whole first lap, which means if they started on the left, they're going to stay on the left. If they started on the right, they're going to stay on the right. Well, maybe not for the whole lap, definitely for this whole initial section. Now I'm really over braking this. Kind of wasn't expecting that, but this is really easy. This is my first try. And pay attention to this right here. Bots never drive there. That's very important. By the way, if you wouldn't mind, if you haven't, please subscribe, hit the bell, press the like button. If you leave a comment, if you have a question, I'll try to answer it. And back to the racing. We're at Stowe Corner, and I'm liking this car. Braking points are pretty good. I'm having trouble at this chicane with this car, so I'm not quite sure how to take this chicane, because I'd like to stay full throttle from here, but obviously I couldn't. So just going to be working on that. Now I'm in 8th place, got to get up to 6th place, so no one in my way, I should be able to do this a little bit better. I might be over braking for that first corner. I'm just trying to take it easy. Not really sure what this is all going to be like. I'm kind of just getting used to this track and this car. So this braking point is really important, and I'm way too late on the brakes. But right there, the bots never drive there. So you need to really round off that corner so you can get back to the throttle earlier, and you're going to really catch up on the bots that way. It's a very important part of this track. Always important to know where actual off track is versus what the bots drive as off track. So, and sometimes that'll include sections of the track that are used in other circuits, which is exactly what's going on at that corner. So let's see, the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit would have this corner and this corner and this corner, but then it would go off to it'd have a hairpin right here, whereas we're going straight through. So this section of that I'm driving on, that's a section from another track. That would be Chapel Curve of regular Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. So that's the exit of Chapel Curve. So there we go. That's why that is on track. That's the explanation. That same thing is true for all multi-version circuits in this game. You can be driving in an area that should really be off track for that given circuit, but it's not in this game. So we can use it then. Like time trials, you can drive there. All right. So there, as I said, very easy. I'm slowing down. I want to finish in 6th with as little as possible, little as a lead. Next race, they want us to get up to 3rd. Again, this is easy. This is my first try at this race, and I get there. So again, we got to really take advantage of what's going on. Okay, well that car on the left is really slow. It's got insane grip, but I mean, it's really, really, really slow. And we got to take advantage of formation driving. So watch, they're going to really overbrake. Okay, that McLaren, he's probably going to be a problem. He doesn't have the greatest, oh, here's another McLaren. That one actually, I think that's a 720S. Okay, that's a beastie car. That car outdrives its PR rating all the time. So I expect he will be a problem. So I'm comfortably in 3rd, right? This should be a joke for 3 laps, but not with that McLaren on my tail. I'm going to have to watch him. Woo boy. Now it's okay. I could go into 2nd. I don't want to. Remember, we only want to finish as high as we have to and by as little of a lead as possible, because that's what will keep the bots as easy as they could be at this current point. So now that McLaren's all over my rear end. He's making me nervous. Sometimes what I like to do is create a gap. So I don't mind letting 2nd place get way off, but I also don't know how easily I can defend against this McLaren. So I might stack him up a little bit in the corner. Okay, well, I need to really learn how to take advantage of this corner. So I'm going to back up that braking point a bit. See here, drive off. See how I made this a lot straighter? Look at my drive off compared to that McLaren. He definitely has better acceleration than me, but I was back to the throttle so much earlier. Now he's gaining, and like before I got on the brakes, he's gaining. And you can see he had a head of steam. He obviously has better grip as well. And so, wow. So I got to defend one more lap. Now that's pretty good though. His drive out of that chicane was horrible. Now I don't want to get too close on the car in front of me. I'm just trying to make sure, I'm trying to really hone my skills at this track and this car. Well, now I'm right on his tail, so obviously I'm doing fine. Oh, but the McLaren's right behind me again. Oh, nuts. I'm kind of feeling boxed in. This is why I like to create a gap. Okay, well, I'm going to really push this guy. Check it out. Check me gap the McLaren. And let's see if he starts to gain on me again. Oh, it's starting to gain. Before I was on the brakes, he's gaining, which means he's coming in there with a head full of steam. But we'll be okay, because he does really bad at this section of the chicane. So I'll actually let him catch up a bit more. And then we get to where things get difficult. Actually, things get quite difficult. So I had to add upgrades. Spent some time on this one, did a little bit of research. So now I took a different upgrade tree than Speedmaster did. It's a little bit cheaper. I get 1 more kilometer per hour top speed, 0.01 seconds less acceleration. I need to give credit to Speedmaster. I checked out his video to see how he did this. And so I'm offering the same race line, but with a different upgrade strategy. It's a little bit cheaper. That doesn't mean it'll be cheaper in the long run, but okay, you full throttle, see, full throttle, braking way too late, giving this guy a light smack. If you hit him too hard, you fail. Now, Speedmaster got right in front of him. I didn't, so I need to brake early and then really get on the throttle and shove him out of my way. See, if you hit a car, if you get in front of the car and start hitting it, they'll actually hit the brakes. But now I've got a very fast Lamborghini that has more grip than I do on my outside. Okay, I gotta drive this and block him. Ooh, boy, that's sketchy. And I'm driving, I'm really blocking the entrance to the chicane. As you can see, I'm watching where his number is at the bottom of the screen. You might wonder, how do I know where he is? I'm watching that number, and then I'm anticipating the bot's movements because I've done this a lot. So there we go. That is definitely the hardest race of stage 5. And this race also really easy, like dreadfully easy. First attempt, this is just a joke. So you have nothing to worry about. I was worried. So here, I was heading into corner 1. I thought, okay, same thing. I'll drive it in full throttle. And Zoe's like hammering the brakes. Okay, well, but that's a Senna. And so these Sennas are amazing, really amazing grip. Like they don't have the greatest acceleration. Don't get me wrong, they're incredible. But here, look at this. Look at that, beautiful. And Zoe, what are you doing? Like, bye-bye, Zoe. That's just insane. Obviously, her acceleration is no match for this car, for the Daytona SP3. So I'm pretty happy. Pretty good stage 5. It's extremely difficult to do that third race. You have to hit that Lamborghini, because if you don't, you won't catch him without spending way more money on upgrades. Like, way more. So I'll go over my upgrades again. I'll show the cost again, coming up here in just a few seconds. Let's go through these screens and make sure to service your car at the end of the day. Always do that. And then there we go. There's my upgrades, $477,400 dollars, 170 gold. Thank you so much for joining me today. Here is the playlist link if you want to see others, and there's some other videos here.